Hey y'all. Okay, so I am trying this again, but I'm going through Google Hangouts this time. If you the picture looks a little bit different, that's what happened. So I am going to get comments on my phone so I can see what you guys are writing. Okay, sweet. There you go. Hey. Oh goodness. Did I not make this? Did I make this public? Oh, is this y'all? Okay, this y'all. Okay, good. Is this a bunch? Uh-oh, it's not. Is this public or not? Oops. It's supposed to be listed as private, but hey, if it's public, oh well. Oh, y'all just all came back real quick. That's fine. Okay, so where did I leave off? I can read the messages on my phone. See, um, public is okay, great. So we were discussing in my Patreon before I got cut off that about Saturn, um, melanin 666, fallen angels, all that kind of stuff. So yeah, that was the same symbol as Saturn. So when someone says something is a demon or whatever, they don't mean something evil, because if we are, if our ancestors or original, parents are from Saturn, then that came to the Earth, and then you have the Nephilim that were created, and the whole story. But basically, you can't really label something good or bad. It's just that person's decision, that energy's decision. Um, I don't think I don't think it's an archetype. I think it is an energy and a frequency. hmm Just think of an energetic being, a plasma being that would vibrate into matter, into a physical being, you know. Um, right. Just like we are able to vibrate back into a plasma being. Um, after leaving, you escaped, I escaped, you be in Paris getting effed up too, right? After you escape from Saturn, after you pass all the rings or the gates of Saturn, you know, whatever, you can, it's almost like getting out and then having to go back home, homecoming, the new Spider-Man movie, homecoming, Beyonce, Coachella, homecoming. She put on bright yellow like the sun, and then her boots were like cosmic plasma looking, colors. And then, all that kind of stuff. So basically, that's what we're dealing with. The black sun was in the background of Coachella on top of that pyramid. So, and then her hit song, Before I Let Go, Before I Let Go, you know, then her album with her husband, the Carters, Everything is Love. You got to have that. You can't be angry. You have to be understanding and knowing, everything happens for a reason. You can't be holding on to hate. You can be upset and angry, but you need to learn how to separate that from your frequency. Okay. Um. hmm So homecoming. We're on our way back to Saturn. Going back to Saturn, where the people smile. Um. Yeah. So basically, do y'all have any questions? Y'all want to ask a different question about what's going on right now. I was discussing in my Patreon before I accidentally listed this as public, why your frequency's got to be up. Hmm. Hmm. And if you think about, like, a lot of the people or the powers that be know exactly what's going on. That's why they try to cause a lot of strife and anger among people, because they don't want you to go where they can't go either. You know, uh, the yeah, the song "Love Lockdown." Am I still live or did I get cut off? Okay, right. I accidentally listed this one, but that's okay. I'll let y'all get a little sneak preview. Maybe y'all come join. So I post a lot of things that I don't post on here or on my, you know, page. I posted on the Patreon. We get down and I break down a lot of stuff and show people how I decode. So, we're going home, we're on our way back to Saturn. And I was saying that I hope that people understand that those rings of Saturn are a frequency and we have to match them. I think I posted that in the community section. So if our chakras and our frequency is not on those certain levels, we're not going to be able to pass through some of those gates of energy, whether it be mental, spiritual, physical, or all three put together. It's all about the frequency and the sound of your being. Okay, so whether it's an illusion or a hologram, it's made up of lots of tiny little you know uh, pieces, but it still has a form, a shape, a look, and a color spectrum, frequency, and a sound and a vibration. It's just not vibrating in a dense frequency to be able to touch. So, mhm, can you go straight to the highest frequency, or do you have to start at the lowest to work your way up? They have to be in harmony. Harmony. If you go and listen to the rings of Saturn, like music or whatever, it's a harmony. Almost sounds like a choir. Why do you think Kanye West did the Sun Circle, aka Saturn Circle, on Coachella? His choir was the rings because that's a frequency. Okay, and a frequency can shatter glass. A frequency can shatter certain things unless you're vibrating on that same frequency. You know what I'm saying. So, do you remember? Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. You have to vibrate on a certain frequency, harmonize, or you'll be broken. You cannot break down what can't be broken, Lil Wayne. So that's just science. And that's why they're pushing everything to get your vibration higher. You can say this, you can say that. Oh, it's a conspiracy. Oh no, I can do this. Oh no, I can do that. That's healthy. Dr. Such and so said this. We weren't heading to Saturn then. You know what I'm saying? We weren't about to have these gates that we would have to penetrate and match frequencies or harmonies with. So just think about that for a second. Okay. Hey. Um, yeah, Christ consciousness. That's another thing. Like, has to be in harmony, has to be in balance. Hmm. And it has nothing to do with want. It has nothing to do with being a weirdo. It's just you can't penetrate certain frequencies if you can't match it. You know, Um, so even if it's just a transmutation of thought and vibration, um, to help yourself match it, whether it's not eating this or not drinking this to give you an advantage, whatever you could do is there for you to be doing at this time. You writing all this down? So I'm looking at my phone to get the questions and things like that. Well, those frequencies are the frequencies of the crown chakra, throat. So look up the frequencies of your chakras. Those have those have to be balanced. They have to reach that frequency. Then look up the frequencies of Saturn. There's a photo. Let me see. That I posted in the community section that shows you the rings of Saturn that are emitting frequency sounds. The same scale that was on the Last Supper painting by Leonardo da Vinci. It's also on the rings of Saturn. So this is what I was showing you guys. So these are gates. Each ring is a gate, like the chakras of Saturn. This is one of the moon, two of the moons. So and then I recently saw, a picture of this saying, oh, we're going to be coming in contact with these weird shaped asteroids, but these are Saturn's moons. So we're very close. This one right here, the crown, throat, heart, solar, sacral, root. So how do those sound? And think about the song Somewhere Over the Rainbow. What does that look like? You just do it like that, a rainbow. Look for the rainbow in the sky. Somewhere over the rainbow. So, that's online. Let me see where I got that from so I could tell you. I just looked up the rings of Saturn and frequency, then hit image. It pops up on Google. And so here you can kind of see, alpha and omega and where the frequencies are and what you need to work on. So it's like enlightenment is purple. That's your crown chakra. Peace, or, your peace, enlightenment, and joy is the purple. You have love, reason, willingness, acceptance. So all of these things all these things have frequencies. And this is on the same image page as well. So here's another chart of frequencies. Like I said, if you want to match these frequencies, they have videos on on YouTube that have this frequency and harmony. You can listen to those as you sleep. And I know y'all saw this. Head for Saturn, Ice Cube. Then I know y'all saw this because I posted it. Escape. So, all the information is there. It's just everywhere. The whole DJ Khaled thing is talking about this, what's getting ready to happen. That new album. That's why he released it all at once with videos. Okay. So, right. Right. So once you realize that where we're headed and things like that, you can adjust to get your frequency on point. Don't let people get you mad. Don't stay in bad relationships. Don't mess around and, feel bad about certain things. Learn how to transmute that stuff quick and get it out of the way. I remember you mentioning getting the godlike status celebrities when they are at the status. Then what? So the celebrities are the messengers, the prophets of today. They're putting the information in the music, like Enoch had it put in here. Okay, they didn't have no rap back then. They had story time. Now we listen to music, watch videos, watch movies, and social media. That is our prophet, our prophets for today. Because who read this? But who's seen this video? You know, so they're gonna put it where you can get it. Mhm. Can I explain Saturn and the devil thing? Okay, Saturn, Azazel, melanin, carbon, dark energy, all the same thing. Anunnaki, children of the sun. That's what Saturn beings are. Okay. Um, and you also have to remember who gave you this information. Okay. And why did they stop? Why didn't you research even further? Why did you stop at Satan? Did that scare you? That's one of the gates, fear. You can't get in if you got stopped by fear. The frequency, right, of fear will not let you pass a certain gate in your frequency, in your consciousness, or through those gates around Saturn or those rings around Saturn. You have to get out of the fear. You got to keep going. Okay. So if you still afraid of stuff like that, you ain't gonna make it. You gonna shatter. Um, those highly religious people, when they see those 3 days of darkness, which is probably going to be an eclipse with a huge planet that's going to take 3 days to pass. When they see those 3 days of darkness, they're going to think about, oh, it's the end times of the Bible. Oh, we're gonna die. This demon's gonna come. You know, they're gonna go bird box crazy for real. Okay. They don't understand that we're traveling through through the universe and headed back to Saturn, and there could be different sized planets that will cause an eclipse of, this travel sun that we're with, and or we could be right at Saturn. That will be our new sun, and such and such and whatever. One of its moons may pass in front of it. We don't know, but all we know is it's going to take 3 days for the light to come back. So they're going to be out there bird boxing, tearing up stuff, thinking it's over. And, if they do see Saturn off in the distance and they think Saturn equals Satan, they know they're going to hell. Okay. Oh, we're going to Saturn, Satan. Oh, So don't stop there. Keep going, keep learning, get more information. Do you know where we are right now? I have a feeling we are very close to Saturn. And I think July, we're going to see something. I think we're going to see something in July. Asteroid with the moon behind it is passing by the Earth. No, that's one of Saturn's moons. It's not passing Earth. Earth is passing it. Okay, how is it going to pass Earth that big? If you look at that asteroid and go look at a moon off of Saturn, it looks the same. That's that moon on Saturn that I showed you. If you go look at that article that you looked at, it's going to look just like that asteroid that Earth is passing by. It's going to look just like this. Am I right? Because Earth is not, it's not passing Earth, we're passing it. Top down, only doing 5. You can catch me in the new La Farah. The song Lemon. 5G, we're only doing 5. We're only on the 5 frequency, 5G frequency. Pull up in a lemon. It's hilarious. If you get that song, you would laugh. Anyway, it's called Lemon by Pharrell and Rihanna and Drake. Okay. Yeah, so I think July, we're going to see something. And I was trying to tell, I think I got cut off, but I was talking about the song Saturn by Stevie Wonder, Master Blaster, jamming until the break of dawn. Jamming is when two frequencies are jamming together, one fighting for dominance over the other. Jammed frequencies. One will win. Okay? That's that song is about. Go listen to it. You know, we've been listening to music for years and just only hearing the tune, not listening to the words, not breaking them down in code or any of those things. So now that we can, all the messages are becoming very clear, very clear. Right. Do you think that once we reach Saturn, they will continue to spray fake clouds? Um, mm-mm. July, because there's an eclipse in July. Solar eclipse. And we ain't nowhere near that old sun. So it's going to be very interesting to see what type of solar eclipse we're going to have, you know, headed towards Saturn. If you if you can pass through the gates, you're fine. If you can't pass through the gates, if your frequency won't harmonize or match, then you know it's going to be like, you know, glass. When a frequency is at a certain frequency and the glass is standing still or vibrating too slow, the glass shatters. Okay, that's why you always see like in the Matrix and in the video, the glass shattering, you know, things like that. Either you'll be released as your plasma is released, your plasma will be released, and you may join the rings of Saturn, or you may get through the gates of Saturn. You may become a ring of Saturn. You may get past the rings of Saturn. So it's gonna kind of almost be like, okay, are you gonna get through, or are you gonna get stuck in there? Okay. Thank you, Tiffany Anderson. Process of opening my third eye. Any tips? Girl, you need to go ahead and start reading, opening your third eye, vibrating high, reading this information. Knowledge will open it. Pure knowledge. Start reading, start getting all this information, start learning how to decode, you know, get the basics, universal law. Start with universal law. Right, exactly, Miss Buns. Going back to Saturn where the rings all glow. Rainbow moonbeams and orange snow on Saturn. It's real. Go listen. And yeah, eat meat. Y'all thought I was playing while I became vegan. I wasn't playing. I knew what was gonna happen. I knew the frequency stuff. Like not be I didn't become a vegan because it was trendy. I don't care about no trends. I'll eat meat right in front of a vegan when I used to eat it. Okay? Sorry, y'all. Sorry, vegans. I knew where I was going. I knew what I had to do. Okay? That's why I keep telling you. Sorry. Sorry, vegans. But I did understand that in order to have the better advantage and the frequency, I had to go ahead and cut that out. Right. And my kids did too. Right. She was started most trip. I've been feeling more open since taking phase 3. Good. Those will also help you to vibrate higher. But you know, I hadn't eaten red meat since I was 19. My kids have never eaten red meat, so you know, we all right. Okay. So we were discussing on the last video things that help keep your frequency high. You got to cut out a lot of stuff that you enjoy. You got to find joy within now. Okay. So I know that's gonna be tough for a lot of people, but I've been doing it. I've been doing it. I don't drink, don't smoke, don't do none of that. I don't even get excited to eat anymore. And there was a time, "Oh, what y'all want to eat? I can't wait. I want something new on the menu." Ooh, I would get excited to eat. I don't even get excited to eat anymore. Now I just need to eat so I don't die. Okay. I'm like, dang, what can I eat? What they got that's vegan or vegetarian that's not that I can take the cheese off of? And, dang, I don't get excited anymore. So I'm not really what they call attached to that anymore. It, I mean, I do enjoy the food that I do eat, but it's not the same amount of enjoyment as it used to be. That's all I'm saying. Like today, we went to Torchy's Tacos. We got the fried avocado taco, chips and queso. I mean, not queso, chips and dip, and then refried beans, vegetarian refried beans, and that's what we ate. And iced tea. Now, before I would get this spicy jerk chicken, you know, with all this other stuff on it, queso. I would get excited. Now I can't. I just gotta get that, and that's it. That's all I can get, or some beans on a tortilla. Thank you, Alex Little. Ashira, I stumbled across your channel somehow, and I don't think I'm on your level. However, I agree with much of your material, and I will listen. Thank you so much, Alex. Um, Welcome. Well, right now we're talking about raising your frequency because of, you know, we're going to have to match and pass through those gates of Saturn or those frequencies of Saturn. So the higher you're vibrating, the better your chances. The more balanced you are, the better your chances. Why do you think weed is now legal? If you can't go, I can't go. Y'all can't, y'all ain't gonna leave us behind. So basically, all the things that they're giving you, all the things that they're pushing forward, all these burger commercials, all these new weeds and stuff, that's not going to help you vibrate any higher. Mm-hmm. Right. So, right, is to taint the spirit. I told y'all, anything that lowers your vibration, you don't want to be doing it. No soda, keep your body alkaline, keep your mood up, stop hanging around bad people that make you upset. Drink a lot of water, no alcohol, that lowers your frequency quick. Mm-hmm. Cigarettes, anything, smoke, anything that brings you down. You hear all these people and you see them all, "Oh, I'm suffering from depression." Their frequency is low. As we get closer and closer to these gates, people start to feel that harmony. People start to feel that jam. Jam. It ain't too much. It ain't too much. It ain't too much for me to jam. It ain't too hard for me to jam. Uh, uh. Y'all remember that MJ song? And then the basketball flew through the window. Go watch that video. Mm-hmm. Y'all laughing, but MJ was trying to tell y'all. I just want you to recognize me in the temple. You can't hurt me. I found peace within myself. Go with it. Go with it, jam. It ain't too much for me to jam. So, when y'all was in church, I was I was listening to Michael. I was listening to music. I was listening to Stevie, the new prophets. So you haven't smoked anything in 3 months. You're so proud. I'm so proud of you too. That's good. Okay. So everybody who's stuck on those things, I hope you're just real happy all the time. And I hope that you have joy within without those things. Okay. But I'm not here to judge. That ain't my job. That's going to be the rings. You know, Lord of the Rings. Right. No man knows the time. Just prepare yourself for yourself. Yeah, stay high. Stay high. High vibration, not high like that. We love you, Shira. How about incense smoke? Well, there is a type of incense that will purify the air and raise the frequency of your environment, like frankincense and myrrh. Rose oil will also make your frequency high. Look, got me some rose oil. I have some essential rose oil. I'm putting this on, smelling it, putting it in your diffuser. That's going to help you. Those elixir drops, the gold, that's going to help your frequency higher. You know, also, you got some melanin. This naturally going to make your frequency higher already because of the energy that it holds. So, black sandalwood. Yeah. So just look up. There are herbs that help. There are oils, elixirs. All that stuff helps. Clary sage. So, you know, figure that out. Do all of that stuff, you know. You love you some weed. Oh gosh. Well, you better bathe in rose oil and stay super high all the time so you never come down. I don't know. I mean, if you smart, you can figure it out. It's like getting away with murder, but not really. But if you smart, you can figure it out. How about that? If you just stay high the whole time and never come down, you might make it. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just, you know, I'm saying, you know, when you get up and come down and get up and come down, that's messing with your frequency. So perhaps if you just stay up forever, said loophole. I don't know. I don't take that to be the truth. But the government weed is full of bad chemicals. Okay, well then they might lower your frequency, those chemicals. And so people started going crazy or throwing up blood or something. I don't know. You get some natural kind? I have no idea. I'm high on life, right? This is good. Like this smells good. Yeah, if you grow your own herbs and you speak positivity into those herbs, their frequency are even higher. And I was talking about that water, frequencies of your oil. You can charge that with words, energy, music, tones, harmony, the sounds of Saturn. Sleep with the sounds of Saturn on. Get used to them. I used to sleep and I would put the sounds of Saturn on and go to bed. Okay, do that. Go look it up. We care a lot. Shiv, I've been hearing conflicting things about the sun. Is the sun good for melanated? You've been reading old stuff, which we are not at that sun anymore. We are going to Saturn with a travel sun. You know, I would avoid sunscreen. If you have dark skin, you don't need no sunscreen. Okay. I went to the Bahamas, didn't take a lick of sunscreen. Okay. I'm going back. I'm going to the Caribbean in a week. I ain't taking no sunscreen either. Okay. Why? Because I need all that energy to raise my frequency. I can't wear sunscreen. If yeah, so um, you speak positivity into your waters. Yeah, do all that. Do everything you can do. Mhm. You're only supposed to eat cannabis because it's used for healing, right? Um, I have a garden of rosemary. Yeah, cool. Well, yeah, speak to them, charge them with positive energy. So I was saying, yeah, I sleep. I used to sleep with the tones and the sounds of Saturn, which I'll start doing again. I sleep to the sound of water now, but now since it's summertime, I need my alarm to go off at a certain time. I can put my phone on one of those 8 hour long videos of Saturn so that my frequencies will recognize that. Your frequencies will start to match it, start to jam, pre jam, and then I'll get there. Right. So, yeah, make sure, like, you're not. Do you remember on the Sicko Mode video when Drake was traveling, or it looked like he said 13 hours till I land? Took a Havazan or whatever. His face was almost like shattering, like glass or crystal, and then you could see his skull because he was jamming like the frequency. Um, his energy, right? So, mhm, out like a light, made a right, cut the lights, nothing nice. That's the 3 days of darkness. Pay the price, Jesus Christ. That whole song is telling you what's gonna happen, what's getting ready to go down. hmm That whole video, yeah. So is Saturn a good planet? That's where your ancestors came from. Those are the children of the sun. That's where they came from. hmm The song by Bob Marley, Jammin', Stevie Wonder redid it. Master Blaster, yes. hmm Chicks over stripes. Yep, that's Saturn. Remember when I showed you that? Nike sign, Nike swoop, and then there's a circle that looks like Saturn. hmm That's what I like. You know. Did y'all see that 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 Twitter war between Kanye and Drake because he said checks over stripes? Anyway, see, he was kind of bragging, like, okay, so I'll tell you why Kanye got on Drake about that. Kanye was mad because Drake said checks over stripes, that's what I like. Now, the mundane people thought that he was talking about Nike over Adidas. But what he was really doing was being boastful. And Kanye, he all on his church thing in the book of Enoch and a lot of other books. It says not to be boastful when it comes to this thing happening. You know, so Kanye was trying to collect him and bring him back down and make him apologize. So his heart chakra, Drake's heart chakra, will be in the right place. Or, he would not be going against the very thing that he was believing in. Right. So that's what that whole thing was about. He forced him to apologize so that he could get it right. It was out of love. Kanye ain't crazy. He know exactly what's going on now. That's why he's out there every Sunday doing Sunday service, you know, bringing that frequency up with choirs and live frequency instruments. Okay. Um, then you saw, like I said, on Coachella doing that circle, that sun circle, Saturn. His choir was the rings of Saturn. They were all in harmony. You see how they went and got out, and all the audience was in between, and they were here and then they were outside. Those were the rings of Saturn, his choir. And the rings of Saturn, each set of rings has a certain tone and frequency, and they are all in harmony. And in order to get yourself able to pass through those gates or those rings, you got to be in harmony too. So, Kanye be trying to tell y'all, but everybody just wants to call him crazy, and he's in a cult and all this kind of stuff. Oh, he's in a cult. He crazy. Why he taking the Lord's music? Can you just pay attention? Can you just look? Can you just go past that? So you don't go bird box when you look up in the sky and see something that you don't expect. Can you just look deeper? That's what we need people to be doing now, looking deeper. Because I'm telling you, all these holy rollers are going to go bird box. Thank you, Jian. I read both books. Thank you for helping me manifest big. Thank you for explaining transmutation. It's very powerful. You are a blessing. Thank you. 1111. Hey, I appreciate that. Thank you for buying my books, my ebooks. They help a lot of people. Okay, so the church leaving the norm and opening up to celebrities like Kanye and Beyonce. Churches is divine driven. Yeah. The rings are disappearing. Right, and I have an Aries moon. Yeah, I read that the rings are disappearing and reappearing. They are a continuous cycle. So I read the article, and basically what it says is the scientists don't understand how the rings of Saturn are still there and they haven't dissipated. They're disappearing and then they reappear. It's because they're conscious plasma. It's because every time someone tries to get through the gates of Saturn, if they don't make it past a certain frequency, they join the rings. Okay, they join as plasma, and they stay stuck there. Okay, and also, that song "Feel Like Summer" by Childish Gambino, when he says, 7 million souls that move around the sun. That can be taken in two ways. The son of Saturn or what? Feel like summer? I also told people to go listen to the song Just Us by SZA and DJ Khaled. It's off his new album. Go read those lyrics. I need to pay better attention to lyrics. Yes, that's why they took the time to write the words. Shouldn't we be trying to get past Saturn then and not get stuck there? Nope. That's where it's headed. Okay. So that's where it's headed. You can't get past nothing. The earth is going to stop right where it wants to stop. Right where it's being led to, right where the horses from the Old Town Road is leading it to. Like Billy Ray Cyrus said, he gonna ride till he can't no more. Um, right. We are headed to discipline. Exactly. We got to get right. I'm going to make sure I'm right. I'm going to make sure I'm right before I let go. Listen to those lyrics, that Beyonce song, that whole step on up, that whole little rap in the middle is the earth shift, is the bunny hop, that's the frequencies, that's the jam, that's the RH negative blood um, frequency, that's the melanin, it's all science. That's all it is. It's just science. It's straight up science. Before I let go, Beyonce version. hmm Just go listen to those words. Look up the name. Y'all the both. Okay, I will. Thank you. Where is more info on getting stuck in the um if you think about it scientifically, if your frequency does not harmonize or match with those frequencies or those rings, your frequency will not be able to pass through them. So you're going to get caught up in that orbit of plasma, crystals, rocks, all those things that surround Saturn. That's why the rings disappear and reappear. When people pass away or die and they go back to Saturn and they can't get through those rings, they become part of them. Or they get through, like in the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, they learn, they get stronger, they get way more knowledge, and then they can pass on to the ninth dimension. And then they can go into the next universe or the crystalline, they will become crystalline, sacred geometry energy and pass through that other gate that is guarded by archangels, which is basically a black hole. And in order to keep your consciousness as you are going into a black hole, you must be crystalline. You can't even be matter anymore. You have to be sacred geometry, crystalline energy. You can't even be the fourth state of matter anymore. So that's what you're gonna turn into. And once you, this is mentally, physically, spiritually, however you want to look at it, it doesn't even matter. It could be frequency wise, but the information is going to have you vibrating at a certain frequency. The things you put in your body, it's going to have you vibrating at a certain frequency. So whatever frequency we come in contact with, we're going to either be harmonized, match it, or not. That's how that's going to work. It's all going to be science. It's all going to be science. Right. Saturn will be like 6D. Don't get caught up. Don't get distracted in certain things. Keep your mind on the frequency. Everything is frequency. Remember what Nikola Tesla said? To understand the universe, think in terms of vibration and frequency. Okay. If it doesn't raise your frequency, don't waste your time on it. If it's not going to help you vibrate and harmonize and get yourself in balance frequency wise, don't waste your time with it. Not right now. Okay. And I'm saying that because NASA's dropping you little clues. All these music artists dropping you clues. Kanye out here acting a fool on Sunday, making circles and trying to tell y'all stuff. You know what I'm saying? So vibrate. It's about your frequency. Erykah Badu Her song, Block Stay Hot. If you watch the live version of that on YouTube, the first word she says, or the last word she says, is frequency. Okay. So we are going. We've been going. We almost there. We almost there. Michael Jackson. I feel it coming. Weekend. I feel it coming, babe. See his girlfriend on that video? She bust. She didn't make it. Her frequency didn't match. He stayed a little bit longer than he bust. Turn into dust, you know. So they keep showing this over and over and over in everything that they're doing. You just have to be able to see it. Glock on lock, the block stays hot, right? The block represents the inside of the earth and the corners that the melted core shifts to. So if you have a block and the earth is tilted and liquid goes to this angle, the right angle, that's why the Masons have the compass in the square, then the earth's axis will shift. So block, that's what they're talking about. The trunk is the center of the earth. We have the keys, Jay-Z, we got the keys. That means we are able to drive this planet now to Saturn. Erykah Badu is crazy with her lyrics. She's so cold you don't even know it's cold. Okay, she's she's a genius. So you might have to flush the yayo. You know. Right. She is funny. That's how she keep her frequency high. She always laughing. I'm always joking and laughing because then I saw this Joker preview, the new movie. He said, I thought my life was a tragedy, but really it was a comedy. I know Joker was a Pisces for sure. Joker is a Pisces for sure. Whatever he is, he's a Pisces because he's crazy and laughs at things that's not supposed to be funny. So he's not laughing out of, arrogance. He's laughing because it's funny. Like I guess it's the Pisces mind or maybe the Joker mind. He sees things for not so seriously. Like, because he knows this is not real. He knows this is not what and who we really are. And it's almost like, okay. Like when you're watching a movie and it's a drama and you see somebody running and then they get hit by a car, you laugh because you know it's not real. And you laugh because they fell down and they looked funny and you're just kind of weird like that. It's kind of like that. But if you, yeah. So it's that type of laugh. Like, I know this ain't real, but look how she fell. Look how she rolled down. Look at her booty in the air. It's kind of like that type of laugh, but not so serious. So, you're researching, gaining knowledge since 2017 solar eclipse of the sun. You are synchronizing what I'm learning. I've gained knowledge from you and my third eye. Ached for an entire day this week. I love the humor of Ralph Smart. He's a Pisces. Shira, you should listen to Frank Ocean Pyramids. I did. I heard that song. Yeah, talking about that too. So, laugh, keep your frequency high. Don't separate yourself from the people that make you mad. It is very important. If you are with somebody who's always making you mad and lower your frequency, you need to get away. That's very important. Okay. I don't care. You're you're putting yourself in jeopardy by being around low frequency people. Mhm. What is the significance of pyramids? Did the ancient Egyptians use them to get to Saturn? Pyramids are built like a, the whole system of a pyramid is created like a body. Um, it's so many levels of consciousness. Once you understand how the pyramids work, you understand how your body works, you understand how the earth works, you understand how the cosmos works. It's a level. Mhm. So if you study the pyramids, the um, the stone has crystal in it, granite. The water underneath created the electricity. Uh-huh. The sun that shone down on it charged it with the energy. You place a person inside of it, and what they call the king's chamber that activated that plasma, put them back into the cosmos. It's just another form or variation of a human body, earth, this and that. It's all the same. Okay. They lined up across the world to match the cosmos. Exactly. And I think, okay, so on my when I go to the Caribbean, we're gonna stop off in Cozumel, and hopefully we have enough time to go to Chichen Itza, where one of the pyramids is in Mexico. I want to go to that. See if I can feel some energy. Mhm. Um, do not cremate your body; you'll reincarnate. Well, you can request, and by law, they make you wait 72 hours before they burn you. Your plasma will be escaping by then through the gases that are being released through your decaying body. So, if you do plan to get cremated, wait the 72 hours. Okay. Ask, because y'all know it's a mortician now. Ask for the body to be stored in not in the refrigerator, because then the gas can't escape, can't turn into plasma. The chemical processes can't take the proper form. So ask them if they could store the remains, that's what they call them, in just an air conditioned um, room, embalming room. Do not pay for refrigeration. Some people will do this for you. It saves my religion, makes something up. And then on that, after the 72 hours, they'll cremate you. Um, and a lot of those gases should have been released. Mhm. Right. Don't get embalmed. Do not have an open casket funeral. All those embalming fluids will mess you up. Don't do it. Hmm. Am I a good witch? I think I'm way beyond that. I think I'm, you know, there. There's this guy who built a pyramid as his house in Illinois. Says it has strange energy. Rainwater randomly surrounds it. Cool. Um, However, the Egyptians treated their dead do that. Yeah. That's basically what they did. If I ever get money, well, I know that there's some place that they offer that service. Somebody need to find it. Like Google say, can you get mummified the way that they did in ancient Kemet? See if that pops up. Hmm. That's when that whole spirit cooking thing came up. Remember when people were asking me about spirit cooking and they were showing that lady? That's basically she was just releasing that person's plasma. What they showed, as her artwork. That's how you would release a person's plasma. It's the same technique that they use in ancient Kemet to mummify and preserve the remains after releasing the plasma. So, mhm. My mother was cremated 5 days after death, but I already know she isn't coming back here because she already visited me. She's a teacher in the astral world. That's cool. Yeah, so you need to yep, Beyonce's homecoming. Let's talk about that. Yeah. Don't get involved. That stuff that they use is not what they used in Egypt. Did you see the article of the pregnant 19-year-old girl who got a baby gutted out of her and left to die? No, I didn't see that. I'm sorry, I didn't see that. Okay. Okay, so here's the thing. Okay, so you remember when we talked about people eating pineal glands and someone just mentioned eating mummies, Mama Kush mentions eating mummies. That's not going to help your frequency. In fact, it's going to make it worse. So, somebody kept sending me this Madonna song video. I'm not into Madonna. I don't really like her music, and I don't like her. But with an open mind, I watched it. And this lady, did y'all see it? I think it's called start with an S or something. This lady is boldly, highly putting out symbolism of sacrifice. And even the words say her cravings get dangerous sometimes. I don't remember what's that song called. That she just straight up admitted it in that video. Because if you break down, remember when I broke down the symbols of the dove or the pigeon that it represents a melanated sacrifice, and that is called crave. Okay, so thank you, crave. And when you see one of those messenger pigeons, that's how they send their prayers and their messages because they cannot connect through their pineal gland anymore. Go watch that video. She's in the subway or the parking garage, and there's this black man on the roof receiving pigeons with messages in it from her. That's straight up, she telling me, I'm gonna eat your pineal gland. I need my cravings get dangerous. You know, that's exactly what I mean. But if you don't know symbolism, you don't even know what she's trying to tell y'all. I've eaten pineal gland. I've drank black people's blood. That's why I have this black sun. Here goes a message from my sacrificial pigeon. So that's what I see. That's why I like her. Now, I understand why she does what she does. I have an understanding. I don't hate her. But I know what she's doing. You see. So therefore, I don't support her. You see, you can agree to disagree and still be in harmony. Same thing that song Heard About Us on the Carter album. Keep us out your mouth. Okay, so basically, a lot of people know this. It's just knowledge now. Um, but no, I don't support her. Somebody got eyes. So moving on from there, I did watch that video and I did see that, and I already knew that, but that will confirm it. They can try, but they won't succeed. Rapper. Okay, so basically, what I was saying is that will not raise your frequency. It won't raise it. In fact, it's gonna make it worse. Okay, so basically, because they're well, anyway, I did watch the video. So whoever sent that to me or asked me to check it out, I did. And it confirmed everything that I knew already. But thank you for sending it to me so that I could tell other people. Um, mhm. You've been decoding 7 movies since Wednesday? Wow. When will they learn that their actions are in vain? Mhm. I don't know. I mean, who knows? I don't sit there and think about that. I'm like, it's not my concern anymore. All I know is that we're headed back. We getting ready to have a homecoming. Back, back. Y'all remember what Beyonce's shirt said? Back. Do you remember that song Kanye had on Sunday service? Back to life, back to reality. He remixed it. Um, so I was going to show you guys this picture of her logo that she had wore for Coachella. So back, back to life, back to reality. And then of course, you have that whole Coachella performance, which was a homage to Homecoming, going back to Saturn. Okay. hmm Yeah, everything has symbolism. You have to be a very observant. Like I am so observant, y'all. This may make you guys laugh because it has nothing to do with this, but I went to Trader Joe's, was grocery shopping, looked up, saw this stuffed animal squirrel looking at me. I felt some eyes, or I felt something. And I looked up, there's the stuffed animal squirrel sitting on a shelf looking at me. I'm like, what the heck is the squirrel doing up here? Right. So then we get to the register, and then Layla points out a sign that says, if you found the squirrel in the store, you get a free lollipop. Tell us where the squirrel is. And they were like, did you see a squirrel? I didn't see no squirrel. I said, that squirrel was by the dog food up on a shelf. I'm very observant, as much as I can be. There are other people that see things that I don't, but I'm very observant. So I had to tell my kids where the squirrel was so they could get a lollipop. But basically, just be aware of things, be observant, look deeper, notice things that most people don't. That's how you see stuff, right? You see me in your house. I sure don't. Mhm. So yeah. Thank you. So just start noticing the things that you really don't notice. Start listening to the lyrics. Look at the videos not for entertainment, but for knowledge. Okay? If you seek knowledge, you'll find it. If you sit there, get your popcorn, turn on a video and not look to be entertained, but look for knowledge, you're going to see it. You know, you can't ever listen to a song or watch a video the same again now that you understand this. You know, there's so many intricate details put in these videos and lyrics for you, but most people will never get them unless they are on the path to seek knowledge. Right? Like the person mentioned, you watched 7 movies and decoded them instead of watching 7 movies to be entertained. You watched 7 movies to learn. That's the difference. When you left that couch, your frequency was higher. When the other person left that couch who watched it for entertainment value, their frequency maybe was a little bit higher, but not as high as yours. And you left with knowledge. You left with something that you can actually use. They didn't. So that's how you get your frequency up. That's how you do that. That's how you open that third eye. Start decoding. Start looking for the hidden things. You know, once you possess knowledge, discern the difference between fact, truth, and knowing and understanding truth. Um, not, huh? Who's Star Goddess? You're not talking about me. No, you can't unknow exactly. Hmm. And you know what? That right there, like trying to break down someone's DNA, I got everything, baby. I am everything. I'm almost everything. Okay. I even have the RH negative blood just to add some spice on top of everything. Okay. So Michael Jackson, all I have to say is that I don't really care. Oh yeah, Stop Pressure Me. Yeah. That whole song with MJ and Drake, Don't Matter to Me. Go listen to that. Some words. Hmm. They honestly got nothing with no knowledge. Exactly. Like no one else would be here if we weren't here first. Right. Hmm. If you black in America, you should be. Do we need artist makeup? No, that's just the added bonus. That's the bunny hop. And in the song Beyonce sang Before I Let Go, the part about the bunny hop, that represents the RH negative blood. That means our frequency is going to push us to a higher level of frequency. You know, but still, if you have melanin, hey, you still have high frequency too. It's just it's all science. It's all energy. So we both know her and her husband Jay-Z got that blood as well. They're always talking about it. Um, oh God, what Mac 4? I hope you get sucked up in the rings of Saturn. That's gonna be my new troll line. Anywho, they're not gonna know what that means. They're just gonna be like, "Huh? That's the stupidest, nerdiest thing I've ever heard." I'm like, "You gonna see?" But see, I can laugh at it because it's funny. Go off with this knowledge in the comments. Yes, right. Um, Bunnies in the movie Us. Exactly. You see that one black bunny in the middle? That's what that was. Us was us facing the rings of Saturn, facing our own frequency, trying to match it, have to defeat it. The strongest one will win. Um, the one with the most knowledge will win. You see how they were kept sitting there talking to them. You did, trying to teach them lessons, make them feel guilty, make them feel bad. They just had to overcome it. They had to vibrate higher to beat them. And then the rabbits represented the Rh negative blood type. They had all these white rabbits. Then they had only like one or two black rabbits. That's because it's rare. It's a rare blood type um, in African people and African Americans. So there's more, but you double it. You got the Rh negative, and you got the melanin. You see how she got free, and they left off in an ambulance. The plasma lights. And you see all these people in red was holding hands like a ring around the whole world. Saturn. The Rh negative people. The plasma rings around Saturn. Either you beat them or you join them. There it goes. You a survivor. Oh yeah, Destiny's Child. You don't have a ring, Guardians ruler. Okay. You don't have a brain. Red has been really popular in the media lately. Yep. I've been wearing a lot of red too. If y'all look at my videos, have you noticed I wear red like for 3 or 4 videos straight? Pink, red, and I'm blue today. I'm feeling blue. Had on pink earlier. But I was wearing red for a week straight. Something was telling. I bought like 5 red dresses. But I did. Mm-hmm. So, oh, battery's going low. What is your perspective on Cyrus? I'm not thinking about that right now because Earth is traveling. If the black hole, if the 9th dimension is Cyrus, great. But right now we on to Saturn. So, Osiris, Cyrus, Billy Ray Cyrus, Old Town Road, going back to the Old Town Road, going right till it can't no more. Brand new guitar. The guitar is the frequency of strings. Strings make a sound, a frequency, a harmony. So, right. How do I transmute negative energy situations? Laugh about them, get away from negative people, or don't take anything personally. Just stop caring. It's better not to care than to lower your frequency. You have to become neutral. You have neutrons, protons, and electrons. You can be neutral. You don't have to feel anything. If it's going to lower your frequency, you can mute that out. Okay. All this masonry through music, damn esoteric agendas. It's not no agenda. It's just what it is. How you can change how you react or feel. Only you can change how you react or feel. That's right. Low frequency. I couldn't get live chat through Patreon. Yeah, some of those are cut off now. This one is. I accidentally hit public. This was supposed to be it. But the first 2 are private, so you could get them there. A lot of people don't know better, so that's why I always tell myself when someone is trying to trigger me or negative, right? You got to kind of look at them as children. Like they don't know any better. Poor things. They don't know. They're not doing the right thing. You got to kind of look at them as almost that you feel sorry for them. That way you don't get mad at them because they don't know any better. And who knows what their future holds because of how they are. Look at them like your children. That's okay. Well, you don't know any better, but that's okay. I'm not going to get mad. You're just bird boxing. That's what I'm saying from now on. The closer we get, the more you're going to start seeing people go crazy because those frequencies aren't going to match. That's why the whole suicide thing is like major now because it's the same thing as the movie Us. You're fighting yourself. You're fighting your own frequency. You can't match this new frequency that's coming, so you got to fight yourself. If you don't win, you're out. People are already going crazy, right? People are getting depressed. I know, all through Facebook, I'm depressed. I don't know if I can make it. Y'all ain't matching the frequency. Y'all better stop smoking weed and drinking and, being around negative people and eating certain things. Bring your frequency up. You won't be depressed. But no one told them anything. They don't know any better. And if you told them that, they would just laugh at you and call you crazy anyway. So perhaps they're not supposed to make it. They're not supposed to get there. They're not supposed to make it to that next level. Many on earth right now are walking dead. Those of us awakened are living. Yep. Thriller. It's Thriller. It's close to midnight. Something evil's lurking in the dark. Under the moonlight, you see a sight that will almost stop your heart. I think that's a planet. You try to scream, but terror takes the sound before you make it. The frequency, the sounds of the rings of Saturn. Because this is Thriller night. You're fighting for your life inside of Thriller. Killer Thriller. The dead start to walk in their masquerade. There's no escaping of the jaws of the alien this time. You out of time. So there you go. The alien, the Anunnaki, the plasma, the sun, the children of the sun. That's Thriller, not a rapper. Okay. The 144 that will wake up, truly, that number gets thrown around a lot. I think that's a frequency number. We'll see. In astrology, you're supposed to pass Saturn's test in order to get through his gates, his rings. Otherwise, you have to repeat the lessons, reincarnate. Yeah. That's what that is. If you can't match those frequencies, you can't get through the gates. You don't know how long it's going to take for you to reincarnate. You may have to serve as a ring. You might, we don't know. So that's true. The Saturn rings are your judge. If you make it into Saturn, you get to move on to the 9th dimension. I mean, the whole Emerald Tablets talks about that towards the end, where Thoth talks about the spaceborn. Right. 369. To the window, to the wall. I ain't even gonna get into that because that's straight up code and it's silly at the same time and it's making me laugh. Lil Jon. Okay, so 369. 3 is Earth, 6 is Saturn, 9 is the ninth dimension. Then you become crystalline energy and you can go into the next universe because we're part of an omniverse. Um, High Priestess, thanks for that information. Only few escape. Escape. Only few escape. That is true. Mhm. How do you know? Because I've been reading while you've been doing nothing. We've been studying. We've been elevating our frequency while you've been trying to troll. That's how we know. Or that's how, anyway. So why don't you know? Why don't you know? Tesla magic numbers, exactly. Um, hmm Oh, I saw that stolen RV and that dog that fell out. Oh my goodness. Black dog, Anubis police. Girl, that's what's happening to us right now. I was laughing at that. That thing was tore up. I was like, she's so stupid. How she gonna try to speed up in an RV and the poor dog can fill out at 5G exactly? Oprah said people are going to be shocked when they take their last breath, and it's not going to be what the churches brainwashed us to believe. Wow, she said that, Bambi. At least Oprah knows. Shoot, I know. I know I'm getting ready to see some stuff in the sky. I'm not gonna be shocked when I see Saturn and a bunch of moons and um 3 days of dark. I'm gonna be like, I know where we are, I know where we're going, I know what's happening. I'm gonna put this rose oil on and put on all my Michael Jackson albums and sing, dance. You go ahead and okay. So I'm good. We made it. hmm Wow. For more than you will ever know. So many dreams of planets being right now next to the Earth. Yep. I think a lot of people have that dream because they understand deep down that's what's happening. I had that dream too, that I saw rings around the Earth or around a planet, and I saw other things in the sky besides the moon and the sun. That's not normally there. A lot of people have had that dream. hmm Have you ever seen YG new music video called Into the Dark? No. I'll go look that up. Let me write that down because sometimes I forget what y'all tell me to watch, and then I just forget. Feel like my little pouch. They spraying chemicals to conceal the anti-yellow balls. Girl, I know. They keep spraying stuff I can't see nothing. You called it Yalda balls. Did I pronounce that corrected? Let me write that down too. See, I'm still learning too, but whatever I learn, I try to share. And y'all be sharing with me, so I'm happy. YG, something about the dark, right? Into the dark. Okay. Video. Deity. Yeah, I might not have I might need to look that up so I can research that more. Thank you. I will. I promise you, High Priestess. I will. Watch the Oprah and RuPaul interview too. It's on YouTube as well. I want you to decode that interview. Okay, baby, let me write that down too. Oprah, RuPaul. It's gonna be interesting. You know that's coded. How old is it? Is it new? She's just a light girl trying to prove. Oh God, Mac Four, shut up! You just an idiot that don't even have any knowledge. I don't have to prove nothing at this point. We already there, basically. Casper Lux, thank you. Hmm. Right. That's just the broke Dusty trying to get some attention. Okay, you should have had some money by now. It's almost over. Bye. Anyway, moving forward. You're look, the world almost in, you still broke. You had this whole time. It came. Shira got more melanin in her than you. I want my family to be up on this knowledge. All I can do is make them happy and raise. Yeah, make them happy. Keep them happy. Do stuff that's fun. Right. Mhm. He said, "What's almost over? Nothing. Go ahead and smoke your weed, drink your alcohol, and have a good day." Sheila, what do you think about Megan the Stallion? She's getting a lot of attention, and people are saying that she sacrificed her mom. I don't even know who that is. Um, I don't know who that is. Is this somebody on Housewives or hip hop? Live in hip hop? I don't know. I don't watch that stuff. I'm too busy researching. Okay. She's a rapper. Okay. Popular Houston girl. Okay. Thank you for telling me. Um, ain't a stallion a horse? Well, if you think about what a mother is, a mother would be Earth. Mhm. If it's cold anyway, like. Mhm. I can't care about that stuff right now. It doesn't. It don't matter to me. You know what I'm saying? That stuff is a distraction. Like, who cares what she did? I don't care. You care? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care if she did that or not. I don't care how stupid she is or smart she is. The thing is that it's a distraction from what you need to be figuring out. You know. Um, mhm. That's what I'm saying. Like, is that important right now? Hmm. Been having a lot of deja vu lately. Really? Hmm. Yeah. Be careful of distractions. Be careful of distractions. If you get pulled into something, arguing, trolling, make sure you teach while you're getting pulled into it. Don't just go back and forth with people. Teach at the same time. If you get pulled into something, teach at the same time because you're going to raise your vibration. Whoever reads it and gets it. You know what I'm saying? Try not to get pulled into stuff, but teach at the same time, raise your vibration, get away from negative people, ignore negative people, let them fall where they may fall. But, you know, don't get distracted by them because at the end of the day, you know, a lot of people who don't know what's going on will become your distraction because they're not in their right mind. Their harmonies are clashing with the harmonies that we're approaching. And, you know, they don't know what else to do. But to see you at peace disturbs them because they're not. So just ignore 'em. or teach them. Right? Um, Practice transmutation of all triggers and distractions. Exactly. Hmm. More and more ancient civilizations being uncovered all over the world, more and more truth being revealed each day. Thank you, Ritual Spirit. Yes, you know why? Because people are feeling bad about hiding that stuff. They know we're getting close to Saturn. Now everybody's telling the truth. Oh, it's too late now. Should have been had the truth. You know, don't wait till the last minute. Don't You can't wait till the last minute to do something. It should have been done a long time ago. It's almost like you know, many people already knew that stuff, but just, the mainstream science would never admit it. But we already knew, a lot of people already knew, um, because it's written, it's already in ancient texts, and it's in code, it's in pictures and carvings. But to have people come out and just now admit it when nobody cares because they're worried about some rapper sacrificing her mom, it don't even matter anymore. So should have been released when it mattered. Hey, let me live. How are y'all? Um, I know I'm not saying the situation wasn't strange, but um, yeah, keep your focus. They found another temple buried under Hathor temple in Egypt. They are still trying to hide it, but the truth is out now. Yeah, we knew all of that. We already knew that they were hiding stuff there. Like, people can figure that out, right? So, right. If you just go on social media and read comments on controversial topics like, what's in Egypt, what's hidden, what's this, what's that, you'll see that a lot of people truly believe the history that was given to them and not researching for themselves. So it was important to give it back then, not now. It's too late. Not really too late. It's always good to know, but it should have been given earlier. Um, mhm. They don't, they can't activate excavated artifacts. They don't contain the knowledge. Um, mhm. You know, a lot of the stolen information and knowledge wasn't able to be properly used or activated or could not save a lot of people. Mhm. So, distractions, distractions. Keep your eyes and mind awake, right? When is Saturn coming? So stupid. Go clean your ears out. Go back and watch the beginning of this video. That's all I'm telling you. So much rain here. Why can't you? Huh? Right. Man, like really? You bird boxing too? You've been seeing grids and things in the sky. Really? Talk to a dragon in my dream. Really? Primordial energies, dragon. Um, you miss the sun. High priestess is the gate of Levi. How do you decode MJ Remember the Time video? Remember the Time video? Well, MJ would represent one of the uh, beings from Saturn, children of the sun. Um, mhm. So if you watch that video, you listen to those words very carefully. I think I broke this down in a whole nother video. But listen carefully to those words. Mhm. Time doesn't exist, basically. Everything's happening at the same time. Mhm. The only thing that separates us is our consciousness, um, different dimensions. Mhm. I'll probably do a whole breakdown on that one day. Mhm. How can we transmute jealous and envy? Are you jealous of someone? Are you envious of someone? Or are they envious and jealous of you? Because if they're envious and jealous of you, just ignore. You don't even have to transmute that. You can just say, well, I would be jealous and envious of me too if I wasn't me, so, or just ignore. 3 days of darkness, when is that going to take place? I don't have I can't say when it's going to take place, but my best guess is during an eclipse because the sun is not our sun and we are approaching giant planets and different moons. So if one passes in front of something else, that may cause an eclipse that may last 3 days since those planets are way bigger than Earth. You see, so scientifically thinking, it may be whenever one of the eclipses are due. This is the next eclipse is due in July. Another one says it's due the day after Christmas. See you in July. Everybody talks about July in these songs. Master Blaster song talks about July. Hotter Than July was a Stevie Wonder album. MJ said on This Is It, see you in July. Okay, so everything points to July, July, July. I never thought you'd leave in summer. He sang that at MJ Memorial Service. A lot of things point to summertime and July. Will Smith, Summertime. That whole thing. They're traveling down the street, sitting like on a table with no top, just traveling, with a bunch of people having a good old time in high vibrations. The Will Smith video, that's code for going to Saturn. Go watch that video. I put that up along earlier this week. It's not Judgment Day. It's, are you balanced? Are you in harmony? Does your frequency match these frequencies? So the rings of Saturn are basically your chakra frequencies. Are they balanced? Are you able to vibrate on those higher frequencies to get past those gates or those rings? Or you get caught there. You stay stuck there in that frequency. Yeah, that song, go listen to it. Just listen. Don't try too hard. Just allow it to sink in. Allow. Don't force. Allow. Let it sink in. Let this sink in and penetrate you like water or sound waves. And listen to the words. Not hear, but listen to the words. Think about each word and why they chose that word and what this means. And orange, what is orange? What frequency is orange? Let me look on this, think, keep going, don't stop. Don't stop till you get enough. Okay, keep going, don't stop. Can't stop, won't stop, don't stop. Keep going until there's nowhere else to go. with whatever you're researching. Um, Start back up the next day if you get tired, but keep going. The color orange can go on for multiple meanings. So when you see orange, you don't stop at, oh, orange fruit, citrus, sun. You don't stop there. You don't stop at orange, oh, this chakra, da, da, da. You don't stop there. You keep going. You look for the frequency, the color. What does it mean? What's the etymology of the word? Just keep going until you get to the new, or just the new black. Keep going. Even if it's to the orange is the new black. Keep going. Right. Don't stop until you figure it out, until it resonates with you, until your frequency has raised. Um, mhm. 3 days of darkness will be like the movie The Purge. The dead shall bury the living, meaning those with knowledge will be haunted by those who lack knowledge. Yep, I was saying that earlier. People are going to think it's the end of the world. Those crazy people that read the Bible and take it literally are going to start thinking it's their doom and they haven't been raptured yet. So they're going to go ham, go crazy, and start doing whatever they want. That's why it says in the Bible to stay in your house, to block your windows. Because some people are going to go crazy if they think it's the end of the world and they didn't make it to where they were supposed to go because they were religious and took things literally. So y'all gonna have Mandy out there running around in a circle. Maybe not, because she's been coming over here. She'd probably be the only sane one, going only half bird box, thanks to us. But anyway. So she'll thank us later. Oh, and then the other song, Someday at Christmas, that lines up with the other eclipse, December 26th. And Stevie Wonder wrote that one too. Someday at Christmas, men won't be boys, playing with bombs like kids play with toys. One warm December, our hearts will know. Our hearts will grow. So we'll be in a world where people share. Man will not fail, for hate is gone and love will prevail. That's that. So, gotta look those words up too. My cat likes when you sing, Shira. Oh, that's so cute. Hi, kitty, kitty. So, I already put lamb's blood on my door. It's a trap. Baphomet visited. What in the world, girl? Who? Don't put no lamb's blood. That's code for Black people blood. That's a sacrifice. So it's trying to fool these frequencies. You know what I'm saying? Sorry. Lamb's blood is code for melanated blood. They felt like, oh, if these energies sensed this type of plasma and electromagnetic frequency on this house, they would pass it over because they knew Black people lived there. That's code. And that's even worse. You're gonna make it worse. All you gotta do is just be in it, just be good. Just stay in there and raise your frequency. See, y'all are getting this information from people that spoke in code, so you wouldn't understand it. So you wouldn't understand that they was killing you and y'all. They just used the word lamb. That's why you hear all these songs, fast like a Lambo. Why do you think everybody's calling Lambo? Lamborghini Mercy. Go listen to that song. That song is about the same thing. Lambo, lamb, Lamborghini, fast like a Lambo, a gamma ray. Gamma ray is your melanin activated plasma that turns into a cosmic ray. You got to learn that code because half the stuff you believe in and reading was the murder of your own kind. There's two type of Hebrews: the ones that betrayed you and ate you, and the other ones who didn't know how to decode. hmm So basically, well, I just have to give you that information. Don't be sacrificing no more animals. Okay, thank you. So I think Beyonce does witchcraft. Mm-mm. I think she doesn't have to do witchcraft. I think it's just a natural um, frequency. You know, why the pastor don't teach this information? Because he don't know this information. Okay. hmm They put the blood because they were scared of the Black Death, hence dying now is too late for those archons, right? Black Death was one of the same thing. There is so many times in recorded history that we have probably been back to Saturn. Just go back and look. You'll see. Um, I'm still here, but I'm about to go. Mary had a little lamb, exactly. Everywhere that Mary went, the lamb was sure to go. He followed her to school. School is Saturn. He followed her to school one day. Mary is the moon. He made the children laugh and play. He raised their frequencies. hmm Um, which was against the rules. Ooh, Mary is the moon. Mhm. The lamb was the earth headed back to Saturn, controlled by the melanated people. School was Saturn. Okay, that's what that is. Made the children laugh and play, raise their vibrations. The children of the earth raise their vibrations, which was against the rules of the fallen angels. Do not mate. So it's everywhere. hmm Saturn is where we're headed right now. We're getting ready to return. Um, Why did Leonardo da Vinci draw Mary, Mother, and Christ hugging a lamb? Because he was trying to tell y'all something. hmm White fleece. hmm Well, if you want to know, okay, hair like a lamb. Okay, there are also black sheep. There are also white sheep, but they have the highest amount of melanin in their organs. That's why they sacrifice them. They are very close. Their electromagnetic frequency, as far as their plasma, because of the amount of melanin in those type of animals, is high. What color? Yeah, do your research. Just look it up. You may feel stupid for looking up how much melanin does a sheep's organs contain, but something will pop up. Believe me. Um, mhm. You gotta keep going. You can't just stop at the color of the lamb's wool. You gotta keep going. Why they gotta sacrifice it? Well, why does it have to bleed? Well, why did they choose a lamb? Why not a goat? Why not a chicken? Because those organs hold significant and the most amount of melanin of all those type of animals back then. So, yeah. My godmother was a reader. Now I know why. I thought about this too, right? You see it or feel it, the happenings. Okay, so did you say the fool is Saturn? No. Um, the school, SCHO, school, escuela, school. Um, mhm. Did you see that video on black chickens? I did. hmm So basically, that's why they sacrifice sheep and lambs and all that kind of stuff. You remember in the Bible where Cain and Abel was making a sacrifice to God or whatever, to prayer or whatever, and one brother did vegetables, the other one did like a lamb or a sheep or something, and he was shown favor. Well, that's because that melanin, that plasma energy, took that frequency or message up into the cosmos, and this is how they prayed or manifested back then. Vegetables couldn't take it, you know. So since they were cut off in the pineal, they couldn't do it themselves. So that goes to show you, they were cut off, and that melanin sacrifice was like, okay, was it really a lamb? It's interchangeable. So when you read about lambs and slaughter and whatever, it's interchangeable because they did eat once they learned that the lamb wasn't working anymore. They just replaced lamb with people, and they would still call them lambs. Okay. hmm Um, if y'all remember that I posted that DJ Khaled video, I forgot what song it was. But DJ Khaled like caught a piece of lamb chop in his mouth and like smiled and looked. And that dude was cutting it, but he was putting salt on it. Okay. And he had on a yellow outfit. So that represents he was the sun, or he could have been Saturn. That represents the salt represents, purification. hmm Um, the lamb chop, the dude who was cutting the lamb had on blue with a sword, like a knife, like Michael. He threw it in the air, and DJ Khaled caught it, wearing a big old yellow suit like the sun. Mhm. That's what that meant. It made zero sense. It was stupid, but that was the code. hmm Um, I think it was it the Jealous video with Chris Brown, and I think that was that one. Okay. Okay. So I think, I think we covered enough. Preservation, no doubt. Purification, preservation. Yep. See, self elevation. So preserve the lambs and the son, DJ Khaled or whatever, caught it. There you go. hmm Do you think wearing gold would help us? I think it would help you as far as receiving energy and retaining it. But when you're no longer, yeah, I think it will help you. Also, the gold drops, hmm the nanoparticle, because it's inside your body. Thank you, Chrissy Love, for the donation. Copper too. We use placebos to awaken our own abilities, right? hmm Um, thank you, Chrissy Love, again. You like that video? Yeah. Like all those videos that he put out, most of them are highly symbolic. Almost every little thing is symbolic in those videos. That's why he put it out all at once, because time is of the essence right now. There's not going to be any more time very soon because Saturn controls that. So once we get there, you know, yeah. SZA, Just Us. Yep. That one is really good. Um, so you got to be able to focus, listen to the songs, and watch the videos for knowledge. DJ Khaled's new album, he put out a bunch of new videos at the same time, like the same 2 days. All his videos came out, highly symbolic. Solange new stuff got you confused, Lakasha? Girl, I didn't even watch those. She trying too hard. Okay. Like, she already on Saturn, baby. She means well. She already there. She trying to see who else there. Okay. She got a lot of time to read and research and meditate and astral travel. She already there. She trying to tell y'all some stuff. Um, so I can seem to find Florida. You can't seem to find Florida water anymore. Use rose oil. That makes your frequency higher. Use sage, frankincense, and myrrh. Those things make the frequency go higher. hmm Right. Am I still missing my items? You mean my glasses? Yep, never found them. I just ordered a bunch. Like I just ordered 2 more pair, so I didn't care. I just bought some new ones. Okay. So anyway, tree. I got how to get out of a time loop and back into the present. Um, Vibrate different. Don't think of time as a loop. Whatever you want to change it here. Okay. Mm-hmm. All change starts with thought. Okay. I ordered new ones. They weren't delivered. I'm sorry. Maybe they're on their way. hmm So anyway, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna let y'all go. Thank y'all for tuning in. You ordered my book yesterday. Can't wait to read it. Thank you. The ebook. I appreciate that. Um, yeah, that Turn a Curse into a Blessing book is going to help you vibrate higher and make better decisions too. Like, if you think you're just stuck, or you're thinking it's so negative because it's generational, and all you do is hang around negative people, and you don't have a lot of knowledge to alleviate a lot of that fear, that book is going to help you. You know what I'm saying? It's for anybody on any level. I put I put the words very simple. No matter what level you're on, it's going to help you to think different and vibrate higher and turn everything that's against you for you. Hmm. Thank you. I appreciate it. The book, oh, it's actually on the last video I did before this. It's called Turn a Curse into a Blessing. Or, yeah, Turn a Curse into a Blessing. It's on Amazon. It's an ebook. And it's also, I'll try to link it below when I finish this video, but it's on my video that I did before this called Turn a Curse into a Blessing. Right. Enjoy the rest of your shadow hours. Okay. Thank you. Um, mhm. I will. I'll post it either in the comments or in the description box of this video when I get off of it as well. So just check back in a few minutes, and it should be there. But if you just type in "Turn a Curse into a Blessing," Ashura Star Goddess, it'll pop up on Amazon. Hmm. What bracelet am I wearing? Suge Knight. That's what I call it. Hmm. Bye. See you later. I'm trying to say bye on here, and I forgot that I'm on here. I'm like, wait, it's not going out. Link to Patreon. If you want to join my Patreon, I'll put that in there too. Okay. Love y'all too. Bye, y'all. And remember, keep those frequencies high. Not for corny reasons. I'll see you later. Bye.